And that journey towards this big decision began when, despite being at the same college together, it was some years later that you met at a party and Matthew decided to ask you out on a date. Now, true to his organisational ability, the decision was made not to go out for the first time on Valentine's Day. So sure enough, the first date was on Valentine's Day. And then fast forward some time to what could be described as the Paris confusion. Matthew booked a trip to Paris, the most romantic city in the world. It was Lindsay's birthday weekend, I believe. Would this be the moment when a proposal would come? Expectation was high. The weekend came and went. No proposal. But that important and big decision was to come later. A rooftop restaurant, everything perhaps surprisingly planned to detail and on time. In some ways, a big decision. In other ways, a very simple one. For Matthew and Lindsay had met each other and realised that they had met the person that they wanted to spend the rest of their lives with. And so, by the power invested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, I therefore proclaim that you are now husband and wife. I was supposed to say Matthew can now kiss the bride, but he couldn't. He couldn't stop.
I've been scanning the horizon. Is there more than just surviving and just trying to stay afloat? And I've wasted too much time, barely getting by, like a castaway at sea. And I've had my share of fears, sorrows, doubts, and tears. But joy comes in the morning, and I've had enough of clouds. Oh, aloha, rain, aloha, stormy days, and I think it's time for the sun to shine. Aloha, baby, aloha, baby, hello.
A few years ago, when Lindsay was living in Philadelphia, she called us one day and said, "Mom and Dad, I've met somebody I'd like you to meet. I can't wait for you to meet him." And as soon as I saw the way Lindsay looked at Whit and how happy she was, I realized, and it really hit me hard, that I was no longer the number one man. Anyway, the more time we spent with Matt and Lindsay, it became very obvious that they were made for each other and how happy they made each other. And after a while, we too began to love Whit. Of course, how could we not? One, he was very much in love with our Lindsay. And two, he loved golf. It's my distinct honor to have the first toast of the newlyweds. So if you would raise your glasses. Whit and Lindsay, may your married life together be the same wonderful journey experienced by your parents.